Traveling after 70 is an exciting prospect for many seniors who want to experience new places and cultures. But did you know that there are hidden dangers that could turn your dream vacation into a stressful or even dangerous situation? As we age, our bodies and minds go through changes that may not make travel as easy as it once was. Have you ever thought about the risks that could arise when traveling later in life? Many seniors don't consider these risks until they're already facing them, and that can lead to serious consequences. From unexpected health emergencies to hidden financial pitfalls, traveling after 70 presents unique challenges that should not be overlooked. It's important to recognize these potential risks and take steps to stay safe while still enjoying the adventure. One of the most important things to keep in mind when traveling after 70 is the potential for health emergencies. As we age, we become more vulnerable to illness and injury, especially when we are far from home and in unfamiliar surroundings. The stress of travel itself can take a toll on our bodies, making us more susceptible to health issues. Have you had any health scares while traveling? It's crucial to always pack necessary medications and ensure that your health insurance covers you during your travels. Another hidden danger is the financial risk associated with travel. Seniors may not realize how expensive a trip can get, especially if an emergency arises or if you're not as prepared as you should be. Medical emergencies or changes in travel plans can lead to unforeseen costs that drain your savings. Do you plan for these kinds of expenses before setting off on a trip? It's always wise to look into travel insurance options that can cover medical expenses and other unexpected situations. The third challenge is the physical demands of travel. Aging can affect your stamina and mobility, making it more difficult to keep up with the pace of travel. Long flights, long walks, and carrying heavy bags can be exhausting and even dangerous for older adults. How do you prepare for the physical demands of your trips? It's important to plan your travels carefully, taking into account your physical capabilities and making sure you can handle the journey. Cognitive changes are another aspect to consider. Our mental agility can decline as we age, and this can affect our ability to navigate new environments or make important decisions while on the road. Have you noticed any changes in your memory or decision-making abilities? It's a good idea to travel with someone who can help you stay organized and make decisions when necessary, especially in unfamiliar places. Finally, there's the emotional aspect of traveling as a senior. Traveling can sometimes be isolating or overwhelming, especially if you're doing it alone. Loneliness and stress can have a bigger impact on your well-being than you might expect. What helps you feel emotionally supported when you travel? Consider traveling with a companion or staying connected with loved ones throughout your trip to avoid feeling isolated. In the end, while there are certainly risks associated with traveling after 70, these risks don't mean you should avoid travel altogether. With the right precautions, you can still have an amazing travel experience. Have you taken steps to prepare for these challenges on your trips? Whether it's planning ahead for health emergencies, managing finances, or simply taking things at a slower pace, there are many ways to ensure your safety and well-being. So, are you ready to take that trip you've always dreamed of? With a little extra caution and preparation, you can travel with confidence, knowing that you're making choices that will help keep you safe and healthy on your journey. The common cold than younger individuals, and these illnesses can escalate quickly when traveling. Imagine walking through a crowded airport or sitting on a plane for hours, surrounded by other passengers, many of whom may be carrying germs. For seniors, even a simple cough or runny nose could lead to something much more serious. Take the case of Susan, a 72-year-old traveler who took a trip to Europe with her daughter. She was excited about the adventure, but on the second day of her trip, she started feeling ill. By the time they reached their hotel, Susan was running a high fever and struggling to breathe. After a visit to a local clinic, it was discovered that she had developed pneumonia, which required hospitalization. What should have been a relaxing vacation became a stressful ordeal. Susan's immune system had not been prepared for the bacteria and viruses she encountered during her travels. The experience was eye-opening, and she now advises fellow seniors to always take extra precautions when it comes to hygiene and health while traveling. To protect yourself from infections while traveling, it's crucial to take preventive measures. Wash your hands regularly, especially after touching surfaces in public areas. Carry sanitizing wipes and hand gels to disinfect your hands, and avoid touching your face, particularly your eyes, nose, and mouth. It's also wise to stay hydrated, as dehydration can lower your body's defenses. If you're traveling internationally, make sure your vaccinations are up to date and check with your doctor about any additional vaccines or health precautions specific to your destination. One important step is to make sure you have access to medical care at your destination. Research local healthcare facilities ahead of time and identify any necessary contacts in case of an emergency. Additionally, consider getting a flu shot and pneumonia vaccine before traveling, as these can significantly reduce your risk of serious illness while you're away. While these precautions can certainly help, it's still important to be aware of the signs of an infection, such as fever, fatigue, or cough. If you feel unwell, don't hesitate to seek medical attention promptly. Ignoring symptoms could turn a minor issue into something more serious. As we travel later in life, it's essential to keep in mind the changes in our bodies and the extra care we need to take to avoid infections. It may seem like a lot to consider, but these small steps can make a huge difference in ensuring your travels remain enjoyable and safe. Now let's take a moment to reflect. Have you experienced any health scares while traveling? How did you handle it? Share your stories in the comments below. They might just help someone else who is planning their next adventure. Remember, staying healthy while traveling isn't just about avoiding illness. It's about being proactive and prepared for whatever comes your way. Stay safe, and don't let these challenges stop you from exploring the world. With the right precautions, you can continue to enjoy the excitement of travel well into your golden years. The toll of travel fatigue can continue to affect your body. While younger travelers might bounce back from a long flight or day of walking, older adults often find it harder to recover. The exhaustion can linger, leaving you feeling drained for days or even weeks after returning home. Consider the story of Helen, a 71-year-old who decided to visit her family across the country. She was excited to reunite with loved ones, but the long flight, disrupted sleep, and constant changes in time zones took a heavy toll on her. Upon arrival, she felt exhausted and spent most of her first day trying to rest, only to find that she couldn't shake the fatigue. The trip, which should have been a joyful time with family, ended up leaving her more tired than when she had left home. As we age, our bodies don't recover from physical exertion the way they once did. Sleep disruptions, especially when traveling across multiple time zones, can have a far greater impact. Jet lag can extend far longer for seniors, leaving them feeling mentally foggy and physically drained. Have you experienced jet lag or trouble adjusting to new time zones during your travels? These physical challenges aren't just inconvenient, they can make everything from your mood to your immune function worse, leaving you vulnerable to illness. Physical strain is another concern, especially for seniors with conditions like arthritis, muscle weakness, or poor circulation. Sitting for long periods, whether in a plane, train, or bus, can cause stiff muscles and swollen joints. For someone with mobility issues or chronic pain, the discomfort can last long after the journey ends. It's important to make adjustments during travel, take breaks, move around, and stretch whenever possible to reduce the strain on your body. If you're planning to travel, consider how you can minimize fatigue and strain. Take shorter flights or breaks during long trips to rest. Stay hydrated, especially during flights, to prevent dehydration, which can worsen the fatigue. It's also important to maintain a healthy sleep routine leading up to your trip, so your body is better prepared for the time zone changes and other disruptions. Planning travel around your physical limits is crucial. Slow down and take your time. If you're traveling for pleasure, there's no rush. You can schedule rest days into your trip to recharge or choose destinations that are more relaxed and less physically demanding. Traveling after 70 doesn't mean you can't experience the joys of seeing new places or reconnecting with loved ones. However, taking steps to protect your body from exhaustion, jet lag, and physical strain can make a world of difference. So if you're planning your next trip, make sure to consider your own health and well-being and find ways to make your travels as comfortable as possible. How do you manage fatigue when traveling? Have you found any strategies that help you recover quickly? Feel free to share your tips in the comments below. Your insights could help others feel more confident when they travel as well. Remember, being mindful of your body's needs can make your travel experience far more enjoyable and rewarding. Likelihood of a fall. It's easy to overlook the toll that travel takes on your body, especially when you're excited about your destination. But the physical demands can leave you feeling more vulnerable than you might expect. Let's think about Linda's situation. Though she was in good shape and had no issues walking in her neighborhood, she faced a completely different challenge in Italy. The steep, uneven streets and dimly lit alleys were hard to navigate, and her fall was a harsh reminder of how unpredictable travel can be. After breaking her hip, she was forced to cut her trip short and spend months recovering. What was supposed to be a dream vacation turned into a painful ordeal. It's heartbreaking when something so simple as a misstep turns into a life-altering event. Falls and injuries are one of the most serious risks seniors face while traveling, particularly in unfamiliar environments. Hotels, historic sites, and even airports often have surfaces that can be slippery or uneven, and the lack of accessibility in many locations can make everyday activities unexpectedly dangerous. For example, walking on cobblestone streets or stepping onto public transportation can pose a challenge, especially if you're not used to those conditions. The risk of falling is even greater if you're traveling to a place where emergency medical services are slower to respond or less equipped than at home, as the delay in treatment could lead to further complications. There are also the physical tolls of travel that increase the risk of falls. Fatigue from long days of travel, lack of proper rest, and irregular meal schedules can affect your balance and coordination. If your body is tired or stressed, your reaction times slow down, making you more prone to accidents. For seniors with joint pain or arthritis, walking long distances can cause swelling and discomfort, making it harder to move steadily. So, how can seniors minimize the risk of falls while traveling? It all comes down to being mindful of your environment and adjusting your travel plans to fit your physical limits. First, consider destinations that are more accessible and have accommodations for those with mobility issues. If you're traveling to places with uneven terrain, like Europe's historic streets, take extra care when walking and wear supportive, non-slip shoes. You may want to consider using a walking cane or walker for added support, especially in crowded or unfamiliar places. Also, pace yourself. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of sightseeing, but it's important to recognize when your body needs a break. Schedule plenty of rest days into your itinerary and avoid overscheduling. Hydration and proper nutrition also play a big role in maintaining balance, so make sure you drink enough water and eat balanced meals to keep your energy levels up. Lastly, make sure your accommodations are safe. Check for well-lit areas, handrails, and accessible bathroom facilities to reduce the risk of accidents. If you're traveling solo, inform someone of your plans and check in regularly. It's also wise to have travel insurance that covers accidents and medical expenses while abroad, so you're prepared for any emergencies that might arise. While it's important to stay excited and adventurous, it's equally important to listen to your body and stay aware of your surroundings. Your health and safety should always come first, so take these precautions to ensure that your travels remain enjoyable and, most importantly, safe. Have you experienced any falls or accidents while traveling? How did you manage? Share your stories below. Your experiences could help others stay safe on their travels. Remember, travel should be about creating wonderful memories, not dealing with unexpected setbacks. By being prepared and staying mindful of your health, you can continue to explore the world with confidence. Share your personal details with strangers, especially when you're in unfamiliar areas. Scammers often target seniors, knowing that they may be more vulnerable due to their lack of familiarity with certain environments. Protecting your financial security while traveling is just as important as ensuring your physical safety. Take the story of George, a 76-year-old man who fell victim to an online scam. He had carefully planned and saved for his dream vacation to a tropical island, only to arrive and realize the hotel he had booked didn't even exist. Unfortunately, by the time George figured out he had been scammed, his money was gone. He had to scramble to find another hotel, paying much more than he had originally budgeted. What should have been a peaceful vacation turned into a financial nightmare, leaving him stressed and disappointed. This experience highlights the importance of caution and preparation when it comes to finances. To protect yourself from financial pitfalls while traveling, seniors should always make sure their health insurance covers international travel. If it doesn't, investing in comprehensive travel insurance is essential. This insurance should cover medical emergencies, trip cancellations, and even loss of baggage or personal items. When booking a trip, use only well-known and trusted companies. Avoid deals that sound too good to be true, as scammers often lure travelers in with promises of too good to pass up deals that end up being fraudulent. Another key step is to manage your money carefully while on the go. It's wise to carry only small amounts of cash and use credit cards when possible for safer transactions. If you must carry cash, split it up into different pockets or bags to minimize the risk of losing everything at once. Additionally, be mindful of your credit card information. Avoid giving it out in public spaces or sharing it with anyone you don't fully trust. Lastly, watch out for common scams such as fake taxi services, overcharging for goods, or fraudulent vacation offers. Always take the time to verify the legitimacy of services before using them, and if something doesn't feel right, trust your instincts. Scammers often prey on the unfamiliarity of travelers, so staying alert and cautious can go a long way in keeping you safe from financial harm. By taking these precautions, seniors can protect themselves from financial risks that might otherwise ruin their trip. Travel should be a time for enjoyment, not for worrying about health or financial setbacks. Preparation and vigilance are key, so don't let the potential for scams or medical emergencies overshadow the excitement of exploring new places. Have you ever experienced a financial setback while traveling? What precautions do you take to protect your money while on the road? Feel free to share your experiences in the comments below. Your insights can help others avoid the same issues. Remember, with the right planning and care, you can enjoy your travels with peace of mind. Safe travels. Traveling after 70 can be an exciting way to spend retirement, but it's also important to acknowledge the risks involved. As we've discussed, there are several challenges that many seniors don't consider until they're already facing them. Everything from unexpected health emergencies to scams, exhaustion, and even financial pitfalls. These risks can quickly turn a relaxing vacation into an overwhelming, stressful, or even dangerous situation. But does this mean that seniors should never travel again? Not necessarily. The key takeaway here is that the way seniors approach travel must change. The reality is that after 70, travel requires much more planning, caution, and awareness than it did in younger years. Instead of exhausting long-haul flights, stressful tours, and destinations that may be physically demanding, it might be better to opt for shorter trips, closer destinations, or places that provide easy access to medical care. Travel should enhance life, not create new health or financial problems. So, if you or a loved one is thinking about traveling after 70, it's essential to really consider the challenges involved. Ask yourself, is your health stable enough for the trip? Do you have the right travel insurance to protect you from financial risks? Have you chosen a destination that's safe and accessible? These questions might not be the most exciting to ask, but answering them honestly could prevent unnecessary stress down the road. Remember, longevity isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about making sure those years are lived with quality, independence, and peace of mind. If avoiding unnecessary travel means staying healthier and safer, it might be worth reconsidering the risks before booking that next flight. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, and reading your comments gives us motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.